And we are back with another stream, second one in the same day.
Hmm.
And this one is going to be based around building the same game of varying, not difficulty, but like complexity, and show you how you can build something and you can build the same thing and do a little bit more, do a little bit more, do a little bit more. And this is how a lot of people learn is doing the same thing over and over again and be like, okay, maybe I can add a little more thing here. So that is going to be our intention for another stream that will only go on for about 45 minutes, hopefully not too much more than that. So we're doing Cookie Clicker today, and I'll do a official introduction now. Welcome to this video where we are going to be building the very famous and legendary game Cookie Clicker. Did you play Cookie Clicker back in the day, Jay?
Yeah, yeah. I suppose everyone has. They should have. If they haven't, it's really fun.
I found out about it through my students because I'm a little bit old. So they were playing it, and I was like, wait, this is it? This is the game? You click on a cookie and that's it? No, 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 no. There's like shops and grandmas and blah, 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 blah. Ah, okay, okay. Now it makes sense. But it was one of the big viral games back in the day. I guess people still create it now. So
Hmm.
in this video, we are going to build our own super stupid simple cookie clicker in 5 minutes.
Yep.
Then we're going to build a little bit better version. And then again and again and again. And maybe we'll have a couple of versions by the end of this video. So let's get right into it, Jay. I'm going to add
Hmm.
you here into the screen. And um, I actually forgot to do something, which I always should do. So I'll redo the whole thing. We have to
Hmm.
start with the clap to sync all the files that we have going. So, welcome to Cookie Clickers in Roblox Studio. Jay and I are going to be building a super stupid version of the very legendary game Cookie Clicker that used to be super viral back in the day. People still play it today. I found out about it years ago through my students. And I was like, this is it. But, there's a lot to the game. But for a lot of older people, it's like you're clicking a cookie and that's it. There's nothing special about that. But for some reason, it worked. So we're going to do it. So we're going to start building a super simple version in 5 minutes. I'm going to give that challenge to Jay. And then we're going to see how we can slowly build better and better. And in the process, learn to think like a game developer, programmer, problem solver, and learn more of Roblox Studio in a way that is not overwhelming, where we build a huge thing for 1 hour, 2 hours, and you're like, oh my gosh, I've already lost track. So the first thing we're going to do here, Jay, is I'm going to give you exactly 5 minutes maximum
Hmm.
to
Hmm.
build a first simple version of Cookie Clicker. And I'm going to let you make all the decisions that you need to make in order to make that just work. So,
Hmm.
are you ready?
Yeah.
Your time starts now. Okay, so he's going, I'm doing some commentary here. He's going into starter GUI, graphical user interface, and he's added a little thing called frame. Okay, interesting. And we're going into the size and making it larger. Very cool. Okay. And what is going to come in next here? It's going to be a text button. Okay. Let's see what that does. I think it's pretty clear that we're supposed to be clicking this thing. And this is, oh, background transparent. Okay. And now this button is made larger. And we're calling this cookie text. Okay, nice. That's smart. So I guess that is what we're going to have to press. 90 seconds have gone by, so you got still more than 50% left at 33 minutes, 30 seconds. And we got this label thing. That's interesting. I wonder what that is going to say. So we got the text button, and we got, and that's being changed to cookie button, and this is being changed to cookies score. Okay. Now I'm starting to understand maybe what's going on. I'm going to go on here. Maybe you can also try to think as he's working what is going to happen. There you go. So you got a little text there. It says, click me for a cookie. And then we're going into the code. Okay, we're saying that this is the cookie button. And we're saying that we want to do something when it is clicked. All right, 2 minutes remaining. And we start at score equals 0. That makes sense, starting at 0. And then we're saying, increase the score by 1. And then we're saying, show the updated score at cookie score. And we're also saying that we should actually say, okay, so we have this many cookies. And there we can put a number, or we can put the number, the score, which is also a number. Okay, and we click and we get it. Nice. Very, very nice, Jeff. Very nice. So that's 1 minute, 10 seconds remaining. Can I just ask you to increase the text for that too? Is that easy to do in the properties panel, or?
Yeah, I could do it for both of them.
Text size, there we go. Text size is 14. And we can do scales. Nice.
Yeah, so it just makes it the maximum size that's possible.
Perfect. Very nice. Yeah, well done. There you go. You got Cookie Clicker. I mean, is it a super interesting cookie clicker that anyone's going to play? No. But is it a fully finished game in just 4 minutes? Yes. Have we learned a lot about Roblox Studio and programming? Absolutely. And that's the goal. Well done, Jay. That was really cool. So now let's think like programmers here. Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Jez flexing his skills there. Very cool. So let's think of the second thing that we can add on top of this here. So I guess at this point, if someone's watching this, they're going, oh, it's not a picture of a cookie, it's a text of a cookie, which is actually pretty cool that it is even that. But let's spend another 5 minutes maximum to go from text to now image. 5 minutes is okay for that?
Yeah, it's more than enough.
Perfect. Okay, so your time starts now. And we got some people joining us here. Cole Saint and your Roblox developer, welcome back, and welcome to Cole Saint. That's a lot of cookie clicks. Yeah, I think what happened was that it took Jeb back to his younger days when he was maybe playing this hours a day or something like that. Maybe not.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were?
That's where I learned the skill. Yeah.
I remember my students showing me in class like, I get like, and I was... Yes, we are also streaming on YouTube as well. We're streaming on Twitch and YouTube and also Facebook. So that's the first version of Cookie. Oh, sorry. Time starts now for the image. Sorry, I didn't start the timer. There you go. So you got some extra time. That's all right. Okay. Oh, we got some people joining here. The evil egg of Roblox. Yeah. Nice. Cool name. So we're looking at some decals here and searching for cookies in the toolbox, I guess, so that we're looking up some assets that other people have uploaded that we can just use as an image.
Yep.
Oh,
And let's just go with.
it's your Roblox developer is the evil egg of Roblox. Yeah, okay, that's good. So let's see here. So you're coming up on 1 minute. Oh, there you go. We already have the cookie. I think there you go. I think that's what you were going to do. Transparency. If you're watching this and you want to follow along, Jay is an expert developer with years of experience. Feel free to just pause and go slowly. And there you go. Now we got the image too. Very nice. That didn't take long at all. Okay. So we're getting there. See, this is only the second version, and we're already much closer to an actual cookie clicker game. All right. So how about we got a little tip here. If you want to make a square image frames, add UI aspect ratio constraint and set. Yeah, thank you so much for that tip. But we're actually making this for the absolute beginner who just started learning a little while ago. So we're going to shy away from using anything fancy that looks like UI aspect ratio constraint and all that kind of stuff. But we can, of course, take it as we go. But we want to keep this super simple, super, super simple, because we want to make this for the 10-year-old developer that just found our stuff online and can go through it, right? But keep the tips coming. We love that. We're always going to read it out. All right. So the next version, Jay, here's what I'm thinking. The you have 0 cookies is looking pretty okay, but how about we put just a number there for some simple, sleek looking thing that just number that uses a nice font and maybe it's transparent so it looks nice. Maybe it's like a light colored so it looks kind of cool, customization capabilities, and then we just make that number go up.
Yeah.
All right, ready? Let's go in 3, 2, 1.
Oh,
start.
Okay. Oh, okay.
No problem. It's okay. You can go. It was my bad. I should have started earlier. Yeah. So UI aspect ratio constraints, right? We want to the way that we teach, because we have students that are 8 years old, 7, sometimes 9, 10, older also, but a lot of students are younger. And when you're a 9-year-old, the way that you look at the world is very different from when you're, let's say, 19 years old, right? So we want to, because we're running a company here, we're teaching kids around the world, and a lot of this content is going to be used for them as well. So that is why we're keeping it so that anything that looks very daunting and complex, we want to wait with until the later videos. So that's kind of the idea there. BCD Gameplay just joined. Yo, back to you. BCD Gameplay, good to have you with us. And we got this really nice looking pixelated look, which I'm loving. Already looking pretty cool.
Okay. I'm going to change the cookie because I just think it can look a little bit better.
I think nice. Yeah, it's going to a pixelated look is pretty popular. Yeah. BCD says, want to test out my game I worked hard on, the system. It's on beta and just dropped. Send us the game. We're going to wait with it at the end. If you wait until the end of the stream and we have another 30 minutes left, when we're done with cookie clicker stuff, we can test your game live. So yeah, feel free to put the link down there, and I'm going to make sure to have Jay open it up when we are towards the end of the stream. We're not going to go on for very long. So another 30 minutes is it.
Oops. Yeah.
Alrighty. So we got 3 minutes left. Fixing up some simple from stuff here. There you go. There you go. Very nice. Very nice. Okay. So You're a cookie clicker master, Jay. So tell me,
Mhm.
like at this point, when a little student is watching us and seeing, oh,
Mhm.
add this, add this, add this. What are they saying
Mhm.
at this point?
So I guess at this point they probably want to add like a shop, right, to buy or like make the cookie go up and down when you click
Hmm.
it, and small effects like that, or maybe have like a +1, thing show up whenever you add a cookie or whatever,
Hmm.
and all of that stuff is fine. But the shop, you can make it instead of just one script, but that requires a little bit more understanding of how Roblox games work and how server and client communicates with each other, right? Because if we have it all client sided, which means like if we load the game on everyone's computer and they have access to all of the information,
Hmm.
right? They can just change this number directly, and anybody can just get like millions of cookies
Okay.
instantly, right? So that's one thing. That's a little bit more for later, but we can start off by the basics. We
I've
can
I've got an
make it
idea as
go.
well, and maybe I can just
Hmm.
share it with you. So how
Yeah.
about we do add a shop, but it's kind of like a fake shop. So basically, when you get to a point where you have 10 cookies, let's say, you can
Hmm.
buy a different cookie that doesn't do
Hmm.
anything but just changes the image from the first cookie to the next cookie that looks a little bit nicer, I guess.
Hmm.
And
Oh,
and you
yeah, yeah.
spend 10 cookies on that, so you go back to zero after clicking that button. This shop
Hmm.
item is just a button in the bottom left corner. Can we do that?
Yeah, we can definitely do
Five
that.
minutes
We
is okay
can.
for that?
Yeah, yeah.
Awesome. Let's do three, two, one, go.
Um,
Alrighty. So we got a little green button, green cookie rather. And we're adding a little another variable, local variable. That's why it says local. Purchase cookie one. And we're just saying again that this is going to be the purchase one cookie. That's what it is, that frame, that image. And then the second one as well. And BCD says, I hate UI that's different size in mobile and PC. It takes me like 10 minutes to fix.
yeah, there's actually a very easy fix for that, and I've been doing it all along. So maybe I can explain
Okay, maybe you
when
can
I'm
explain that
done.
after you're done with. Yes, absolutely, that would be great.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's a great thing to bring up, BCD, because remember, like Roblox is being played on the computer, but more maybe on the iPad, and then also even more on the phone as well, right? Cole Saint is saying he's working so fast. Someone get this man some real cookies for the hard work. That's such a nice comment, Cole, and I totally agree. I think I'm gonna spend some company money to finance some cookies for you after this one, Jay. So you got to go to the store and get yourself Chips Ahoy or something like that
All
afterwards if you
right.
want. Yeah.
That sounds good.
Mm,
And I'm just gonna use this for consistency. Actually,
okay.
it's better that way.
You're down, like you got about 2 minutes and 10 seconds left.
Yeah, that's fine.
Jay always magically just gets done before the time is over. I don't know if there's ever been a time where you haven't finish the challenge. Default cookie. Okay, you're putting in the text there, and then you got the other cookie. Purchase for 10 cookies. Okay, so again, like while he's working, I can talk a little bit about this because I've been teaching Cookie Clicker for a long time. Not in Roblox Studio. We used to do it in JavaScript, some simpler game engines. But when you think of a shop, you want to take something that's very complicated, like a shop where there's a million things going on, and you want to go, what is a version of this that I can actually build, right? And so that's what I thought before I suggested this. And I was like, simplest version of a shop is just one item with like 10 for purchase, and you click it and it takes away the number from your total. So you bought it and then you get to use it. So see, this is thinking like a programmer, taking something very human that anyone can think and then go like, well, what is the simplest version of it? What's happening? Well, there's a number of cookies I have. I can do like a minus 10 from total. So I've purchased it. Then I can change the image of the current cookie to this new one. And then everything else is the same, right? So this is where you start thinking like a programmer. And this is why you get paid money to do this stuff. And other people are completely dumbfounded when they look at you and you go, how are you able to do this, Jay? 10 seconds left, by the way.
Yeah, I'm done almost.
Perfect. So we got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Ooh.
It's all good. There's something I haven't learned yet is cutscenes. I learned how to animate good, but I don't know how to animate parts or cameras. We should do an animation stream later on. It's a little bit too much for this stream. We're not going to be able to get to it. Maybe we can look at a little bit of tween service also, like another simpler version of it, just for like, super. But yeah, that's definitely something BDC play. We can BCD play gameplay. We can look at later is animation and things like that. Okay, so let's do a run of this thing here. So we got up to 20 something and then purchase for 10.
Oh, forgot one thing.
Yes. This is very good as well because Jay also can forget things because, I'm this crazy person who's telling him to do this in 5 minutes, which is pretty insane. So yeah, so the text score, the text showing of the text needs to be updated manually. It's not good enough to just minus from the total. And then you can't click it now. And then now you can click it and it changes and it goes, there you go. Perfect. It works. Very nice. There you go. That's a simple shop that you've made. It's not the world's greatest shop, but it's a shop nonetheless.
Yeah.
So again, when you're copying this code, if you're watching this video, we're not even going to spend too much time explaining this because it's not important. Just write it down, look at it, try to understand as much as you can, and then that's it. Just make it work. Focus on making things work and doing new things and failing, and then leave the explanations to the end, because the more we explain, the more you're going to get tired, because you're going to try to focus on the words we use, and we're going to say things like variable and function and a UI aspect ratio and all these things, and it's going to be like, oh my God, it's too much, right? So at this point, don't even worry about that stuff. Just be like, I'm going to focus on making things work, and I'm actually not even going to try to understand everything. And then I can guarantee you that in 1 month, you'll feel like you know more than now. In 1 year, even more. 10 years, you'll be one of the best in the world if you keep working for 10 years. Even Jay hasn't been programming in Roblox Studio for 10 years, right?
Yeah, not in Roblox Studio, yes.
Yeah. So, this takes time, and it comes over time. Okay, so we are up to 25 minutes. Now, what else can we do here? Can we introduce a little bit of like engaging elements, like a little kind of changing of something? So when you click the cookie, it goes down a little bit and then up again. So we have,
Hmm.
because the original cookie clicker had that a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
5 minutes is okay.
yeah.
Awesome.
More than
Let's
enough.
go. 3, 2, 1, start. And we got Chicken Nugget 3E2231 joining us. Hey there, Chicken Nugget. I also like chicken nuggets actually once in a while for McDonald's. Do you like that, Jack?
Yeah,
Yeah.
chicken nuggets are nice.
Chicken nuggets with like the garlic dip is one of my favorites. Sweet and sour. Um, it's a good meal to have once in a while, of course. Mm, I learned through YouTube tutorials when they write a line and say, "So, what this does," and explain. Yes. So, that is actually not a great way to learn. And I'll tell you why. You might like it, and it might work for me and Jay. But when, and I've been teaching for a long time now, I've made thousands of hours of videos like this for all sorts of things in the last 10 years, 20 years actually. I started when I was 14 years old, a very long time ago. When you make a video and you start explaining before you do the thing, most people go, "Oh my God, this is too much for me. I'm going to go and scroll on TikTok or watch Netflix because this is too much. I'm not smart enough to be a programmer." That's 95% of people will say that within the first 10 minutes. So you're left with people that look a little bit like us, that are kind of a little bit nerdy maybe, and would have learned it anyway. And we end up doing it, right? And
Yeah.
that's kind of a little bit sad because a lot of people that look or feel a little bit different than us don't end up continuing for different reasons. So, what I've learned over my years of teaching is I try to use super simple words. So, I don't even say things like variables or functions because I know that freaks people out. They go like, "Functions, oh my God, that's math. I don't know math. Oh my God." I just say things like, "This thing does a thing." I use super simple language. Like, "This thing changes the color." That's it. I don't say functions or anything like that. That simple language keeps people like, "Okay, this is for me as well." So, in my opinion, I also used to do this before, like, "Okay, so this does this, and this does this, and this does this," and 10 minutes of explanation, you haven't almost done anything. It's better that Jad just makes it work. And if you're watching, you're just copying the code without even understanding. But you are understanding. But this is not something that can be understood like this. It takes months and years. So we're just slowly taking it through you. Like, look at this local thing. It's a variable. You don't need to worry about what that is, but just look at it. And the thousandth time you'll see it, you'll know it. So this is learning through just slow exposure to the thing. As a self taught person, it's extremely hard to explain something that just comes naturally to you. Yes, and that's where good teachers come in. Good teachers are able to understand these things. And that's the value of an in person teacher, which is what we try to do, get the best teachers in the world and train them to get even better and have them teach in person. So you're free to watch all of our free stuff online, right? But if you really want to learn with us in person, you can also go on our website and check out if we are doing something in your city, which is probably not going to be the case because we're doing it in very few cities. But hopefully, we can also do these live things where you can really see in action what's happening. And there we already go. Challenge done. We got this nice effect going up and down in a really kind of pixelated way. Well done. BCD is saying, "Yeah, low key, the worst thing to do when learning is copy paste. I used to do it, but I couldn't learn anything from it." I disagree, BCD, because you think you don't learn anything from it. Don't copy paste, type it yourself. Type the code. I know it feels like you're not learning, but you actually are. Your brain is registering it. Just give it time and focus on the optimization of doing things, creating one project every day. That's why we're doing these multiple cookie clickers in one go. Because especially if you're a super beginner, you need to just be creating. Create, and then later, like, okay, what does this really mean? Because it's impossible to do all of that up front. It's impossible. I've tried, it doesn't work. Only if you already know programming for 10 years from different things can you be like, ah, okay, this is just a different language. Then I know it. But for complete beginners, super hard. That's just my experience. You need to learn it exactly in the way that works for you. So if long explanations work for you, you do you. I actually, this started this conversation. This is pretty good. I actually first started learning from exploiting by looking at decompiled local scripts. From there, I looked at the docs and started understanding the difference between. There you go. Great way to go and become a detective and be like, what does this do? What does this do? What does this do? Great way. I think both Jay and I are also those type of people. Awesome way to do that. Unfortunately, most people don't think like that. So you need to kind of teach them over time to do it. All right. So, can you maybe, talking about explanations, can you just
Mhm.
say a couple of words about this queen size and queen so we know
Mhm.
what is this and how does this work in a kind of higher level explanation?
Okay, so basically, what I did here. Okay, so I'm gonna comment this out. So you use these two, dashes when you don't want a line of code to execute, right? So I'm just gonna explain that. But here, I'm just gonna copy this. Hold on. Wait, hold on. My computer is.
No worries. Take your
Yeah.
time.
So I'm gonna pause the script. Hopefully, it's saved. Yeah. Okay. So right now, what's happening is when I click down on my mouse button, so I'm holding it down right now,
Mm-hmm.
it basically makes the size of this button smaller. And when I release it, it goes back to its normal size. So that's what's happening here. It's like an instant transition of size. And
Nice.
what tween does is basically instead of making it instant, it kind of like goes to that number in like an incremental or decremental way.
Like
Right?
more smoother way, more human, more natural way, right? Not like,
Yes,
but yeah.
exactly. Like you see
There
how
you
it's
go.
smooth now? Yeah.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So that's what I
Super
did there.
nice.
And maybe the time, you can change the time. It's a pretty simple thing. You don't have to mess with tween service or anything.
Mm-hmm.
It's like part of one of the methods that's in the UIs, and a lot of people don't know this actually. And some of the biggest creators don't know this either. So yeah, this is like a very useful thing for beginners if they want to mess around with tween. And yeah,
Mm-hmm.
you can use it, and it's yeah.
Perfect. Just want to say the chicken nugget says not to be that type of guy, but maybe should inform people that tween size is depreciated.
Tween, yeah, it's depreciated, but if I went ahead and used tween local tween service right now, it would take a bit more time. I'm not sure if it's depreciated. I will check, but yeah, I'm not sure about that myself, so I can't comment on it.
But it still
But
will
I
take
use
a
it.
long time, right, for them to take it out fully and not support it.
Yeah, that's only gonna happen if there's like some really major changes to the engine, but that usually does not happen.
Yeah.
So a lot of things that are depreciated, they still work. That have been depreciated like a long time ago, they will still work as they intended to. There's only some things that have been just completely don't work at all now, or recommended to not be used.
Mm-hmm. Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's let's see here.
It's deprecated, by the way, not depreciated. My bad.
Deprecated.
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you so much. Yes, I knew that I was saying it wrong, but thanks for that.
So the more controlled method to do this is tween service. That's the best way, if you're trying to make something new. But if you want some quick effects, you can use tween size.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so we're gonna come to your game very soon now, BCD, because I think we're starting to have a pretty good video with like a lot of material covered and a lot of good thoughts covered as well about learning and things like that. But if you go back to the place and show the game off again, is there anything like low-hanging fruit that you can see that we can cover now that shows also parts of Roblox Studio that we haven't seen yet that are good to know? So maybe like basically, if I maybe I can ask you some questions. If you go back to the place and we see the game,
Yeah.
so this number 0 that goes
Mm-hmm.
from 1 to 2, and as you click, this is
Mm-hmm.
something that is only being saved on your machine, right? Whether it's an iPad or computer, it's only in the Roblox program.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So it's only on on like your machine, so it's not going to
Mhm.
be saved anywhere. You have to code that in yourself.
Okay.
And if yeah, basically.
All right. So if
That's
I
it.
wanted to make a little multiplayer cookie clicker with my friend,
Mhm.
just play, play against the other person, how would I'm not
Mhm.
saying that you do that because I guess that'll take more time than 5 minutes, but how
Mhm.
would you make something like you have two people, and then
Mhm.
when they click two different cookies, both
Mhm.
of those numbers are being shown on both of those devices, not just
Mhm.
locally?
So the way that you would do that, like the beginner method or the easiest
Hmm.
way to understand it is by using something called remote events.
Okay.
And to be able to use remote events, you have to first understand the difference between like a server and client, and a server script and a client script, like a local script, right?
Mm.
So let's say I have a remote event. So I'm just going to briefly explain what this does here, right?
Hmm.
So let's go ahead and add a script instead of server script service. So this script is a server script. This script will run on the server side, you can say, right?
Hmm.
And inside of here, I'm just going to send a message from the server to the
Hmm.
client, okay?
Okay.
To everyone playing the game. Or we can also send it to specific players, but I'll show it to you. So we have server tell.
I'm going to just jump in here because I know that when you're younger in your programming career, server and client feels very complicated. People don't understand what it means. So,
Mhm.
just to say here, if you have a phone where Roblox is running, that's the client. Only you are using that, and that's one device. So what is going on in your device will not automatically be seen by me, for example, where I'm in a completely different location. In order to send that information to another person, you have to send it over to Roblox servers, of which there are very many around the world, and then it can take it from there to another client, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I just because I know a lot of people just don't understand client server. They feel, yeah.
Mhm.
Mm.
So I'm just going to copy this actually.
Okay, replicated storage, get service, remote event. By the way, when you test out the game, turn up the volume. I added cool sound. And all right, we'll do that soon. BCD, just hang around for another couple of minutes, and after this, I think we can do your game, and we'll end this with your game. Thank you for being patient with us. All right, so you got remote event, on client event, connect function message, and okay, okay, I see.
Okay, so let's go ahead and test it out. Let's see if it works. Oh, hold on. Why is this not working?
The server is, you need a wait. The server is sending it before the client loads.
Yeah. Hold on. So I'm just going to add a wait here. Should work. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Nice.
So you can see the server sent a message to the client, hello from the server, right? And we printed it over here. So this is basically like a communicating from the server to the client, right? And yeah, that's basically how different scripts communicate with you. Different scripts communicate with each other from like a beginner's point of view. When you get more advanced, you use modules and stuff like that. But even then, you would use remote events. There's so many different ways for, like communication between client and server. There's like a lot of ways. You can have an attribute that changes from the server, and then the client just reads that attribute over and over again, or some kind of value that it reads, the client reads, and stuff like that. And the weight thing that Chicken Nugget mentioned there, it could be solved by just having it so that after the client, so we can have a Boolean value inside of workspaces or everything, and then the client can wait for that Boolean value to change to true, and then we can check if it's true. Once it's true, that means everything on the server has loaded, and then on the client has loaded stuff. On the server has loaded, and then after that you can receive this event and get it fired, stuff like that.
What if now I'm just kind of spitballing here, but what if you did you enter the game and like a bunch of your friends enter the game and someone presses a button and that button starts a timer of, say, I don't know, 10 seconds. And in that 10 seconds, everyone clicks, and then those clicks are being recorded on the client side. Is there a script you can write on the client side, client script, that will just push that final number after the 10-second timer to like a leaderboard or something, some structure that already Roblox has shown, so that it shows like this person came first, second, third? Is there an inbuilt kind of thing that you can utilize there, or?
There's no specific inbuilt thing for like the leaderboard, say specifically, but there is an easy way that you can do this. So if I disable the UI, hold on. So if you have a part right over here, right? And it's, I add a click detector to it, first of all. And let's say we shape this as a cookie, and then we can have a massive like text over here, showcasing how many cookies everyone has collectively in the server. And then after that, I can add an number value over here. And we can add a script. And every time you click this part, this number value is going to change. And then we can pull that value, let's say in like a client script, right? And then we can update the UI based on that. So let's see if I can quickly do that
you can
here.
Do that in 5 minutes?
Let's see. I'm not
let's
pretty
end
sure
on
I
that.
could
This is going to be
yeah.
a great challenge. I'm so super impressed by you, Jab, because especially in the age of AI, the fact that you're actually writing all the code by yourself without looking anything up is very impressive, just so you know. Yeah, so I'm going to start the timer now, and we're going to do 5 minutes on this, and then we're going to end the session, and we're going to see BCD's game as well. And maybe we can actually make it also part of the video that we're going to launch, because, why not? It's nice of him to, or her, I guess, I don't know, to share. Boo AI, Chicken Nugget says, I'm against relying on it, not using it as an assistant, by the way. Probably a good thing not to use it too much or at all if you're learning. If you already know a lot and you have years of experience, it's a different thing. But yeah, when you're starting out, probably not a great idea. So this is the last version of Cookie Clicker. 1 minute has elapsed, so 4 minutes remaining, where we are trying to make a multiplayer cookie clicker inside of Roblox Studio, or we meaning Jai. I'm not really doing much work here. So hopefully this is going to be one of those cool things that if you build it, you can play this game with other people, which I think is the cool thing about Roblox, is that it's so social, that whenever we can, we should add these multiplayer capabilities to our game. So this is going to be the conclusion of this. I'm going to call it an epic live stream because I'm a bit blown away by Jaz's ability to very quickly be able to build things. So, and we got a lot of comments on the live stream as well. So thank you so much for everyone, um, whether it's Chicken Nugget or BCD or Cole Saint, your Roblox developer. Thank you so much for joining. Looks like we have most of our people watching from Twitch, which means that I should learn more about the platform because I haven't really put much thought into it. I just put it up there, and that's where most of the people are coming from. So I think I'm going to go there and add some nice images and things like that.
Might be better to use an attribute instead of using a loop. That might be easier to understand.
Mm-hmm. Chicken Nugget says, it's kind of sad in my country, we don't get many universities or schools that teach coding. A bunch of us are either self-taught or taught by another person who is also self-taught. It's been a pleasure. You guys explained very well. Thank you so much for sharing, Chicken Nugget, and thank you so much for the wonderful comment, Cole Saint. That means a lot to us. And you know, Chicken Nugget, I don't think you should take that as a bad thing, because it's sad. Maybe you're living in a country where these things are not so much possible like other countries. But the people that I interact with, a lot of people from those type of countries, I think that you are talking about, Chicken Nugget, and the type of talent that people have over there, and the just hunger for knowledge and the ability to sit with a problem for so long. I don't see it in the countries, where I've spent a lot of my time, like Norway. Not to put anyone down here, but there's nothing wrong with being self-taught. I'm self-taught. Jay is self-taught. I did go to university, but I dropped out after 2 years. It was for math. Anything related to computers, I've taught myself. So just because you've taught yourself doesn't mean that you're any less, even though it can feel like that. But believe me, people who go to university for 4 years and get a computer science degree, ask them basic questions. A lot of them cannot answer anything almost. So just getting a degree doesn't mean anything. If you actually sit and pay attention and do the projects, of course, that's good. But don't feel sad, because I'm also in your group. I'm also entirely self-taught. So don't feel bad about that, for sure. Alrighty, so we got 20 seconds left.
Yep.
Let's see here what we get.
Oops, hold on. Do we get it right? Okay. Oh, we set it to click detector, my bad. So we have to set it to the part. There we go.
All right. Makes sense.
Hold on.
You're not setting the value, Chicken Nugget says.
I am over here
Set
now.
attribute value.
Yeah.
Set attribute is the attribute's name and then the value.
Oh yeah, my bad.
Thank you so much, Chicken Nugget.
I completely forgot about that.
That's good, so that we can also show that even experts forget about stuff. I know I'm very good at doing that. Oh yes, there you go. Okay. So I guess if we were to play this game together, then what would happen in that case?
Well, both of us can collectively click on this to get, the number would change on both of our screens at the same time
Okay.
based on how many clicks we have.
Awesome. Okay. So maybe you can like save this and publish this, not just yet, but later on, and we'll add it like to the video so people can try out these games on their own
Yeah.
as well.
Mhm.
But we're gonna end it here. So thank you so much, Jay, for making these cookie clicker games that started super simple, and then at the end we're talking about client and server and all that side. So the way that I don't like videos are made, where the person making the tutorial has already thought about the whole project before talking to you, and they go, we're going to build this whole thing, and I'm going to use this super complicated thing that we're going to need later, but we have to set it up now, which you don't know. And it's not good. I don't like that. So I always do this super simple 5-minute version. Yeah, we understand it. Good. Next, next, and then slowly we just understand. Do you see, Jay? This is my
Yeah.
strategy that I've developed over the last couple of years. Super effective, because you
Yep.
also keep on telling people you're not supposed to understand everything. A lot of it is going to be scary. You still keep going. You got to be a little bit of a motivational speaker. Tony Robbins a little bit as well, if you know that guy. He's very he's very popular to be a motivational speaker. But you have to kind of tell, because the students are looking at you and thinking, how is he able to do all of this without even blinking? Oh my gosh, like I'm never going to be able to be him. And then I go, okay, I guess I'll do other stuff. Okay, so now so that's it for the cookie clicker video. Thank you so much. Hope you learned a lot, and we'll see you next time.
Actually, let's test out BCD gameplays
Yes,
game first.
exactly.
Yeah.
I wanted to come to that now because I just wanted to say bye on the stream. Sorry, BCD, I haven't forgotten about you, but we are recording this as well for YouTube. So feel free to open it up and start it. So I'm going to add you to the screen. So this is BCD's game. And let's see what's going on here. Welcome to one of the best flying games. Okay, cool. I guess you can hit a key to fly or something. Birds fight back. If you kill one, later others will attack you. When you fly, don't ramp into others. Girls, sorry, not girls. Birds, please. It's going pretty fast for me. But yeah, that's it. Have fun flying. NPCs are coming too. Okay. So maybe
how do you fly?
Yeah. How do you fly? Do you have to do like /fly in the chat?
I can't read your chats, by the way, because Roblox is new.
Chat restrictions. So BCD, maybe you can send us a chat message on the stream comment.
I think I figured it out.
Okay, cool.
You have to press F.
Okay, so this is a flying game where you just fly around the world.
So how do you kill or shoot?
Press F, okay.
I like the different animations and camera effects you have here. Very simple, but very nice to have.
Very nice. And he says, press shift to sprint.
All right. Yeah, that's fine. It's because my shift lock is on. You can disable that, by the way, in Studio. Shift is not exactly. Is it? Yeah, it's not working. Ramp into birds. Okay. It's really hard to look at the birds. And oh, that's you. All right. So I guess I got points.
This is cool. I could see this being used in a Superman game or something. I was thinking the same thing actually, like a superhero flying around game.
Hmm.
Yeah. I actually have Batman as my character. So I guess Batman can fly technically, but
I'm trying to ramp into them, but uh, are they different? Okay, this is a bird. All right,
oh,
I see.
okay, nice, good job, BCD. You were saying that we should guess how long it took you to make this, right? Um, After you test out all the features in my game, try to guess how long it took to develop, and it's still in active development. Okay, I'm gonna have a guess. I mean, you can also have a guess, Jay. I'm gonna say that this has taken you at least, I don't know, 3 months to develop so far. What about you, Jay?
Depending on how much he's worked, let's say he's worked every day for about 2 to 3 hours on this game, right? I
Mm-hmm.
would say about 2 to 3 weeks.
Okay.
2 weeks, maybe. Yeah.
All right. BCD, do you want to give us the answer to it? Answer to the question. Kill the last bird. All birds are now extinct. Okay. That's cool. Would be funny if he made it in 2 hours. Yeah. It was 6 days, BCD says.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's really impressive for this.
Mm,
Good job, BCD gameplay. The
good job.
flying is really well done. So
Mhm.
really good job on that.
So wait to grow and ramp. Okay. You know, we're gonna have to go now, BCD, because we're over time a little bit. So I'm gonna stop the screen share here. But thank you so much for sharing this game with us. In fact, you know, I'm gonna give you the link up here so people can try it out. So if you're watching this on the stream right now, you can try out the game by going to this link, which you can see. And I'll leave it there for just a little bit so people can go there if they want to. But feel free to try out BCD's game that he has only been working on for 6 days. Very impressed. And yeah, I guess you can add him as well if you want to become a beta tester. I think you were looking for that, right?
Yeah, yeah. You can
Mm,
add me and I'll test out your game.
awesome. Alrighty, so we're gonna have to go. So I'm gonna stop the screen share here.
Mhm.
Thank you so much, Jay, for joining as always, and well done on finishing the stream. We were spending all week basically trying to get things to work, so I'm really proud of us to actually having gotten 2 streams done that can actually be used. Um, Even the first one can be used a little bit. So we're gonna be back for 2 other streams tomorrow as well, and we're gonna think about what we want to do exactly. So probably couple of it's going to be the same time next tomorrow as well, but it's going to schedule and it's going to come up what it's going to be because I put up these 2 already before, even though we started late.
Mhm.
Sorry about that. So we're going to think about exactly what to do, and then we're gonna put it out there for you. So that's all for today. Thank you so much for joining. Especially thank you for everyone who joined us live. And yes, that's